I highly recommend the sketch of a cube in this question made up of little unit cubes. I don't know that it's going to be a 5 by 5 by 5 cube, but it's still going to give me an idea of what's going on. Because I can take a look at some of them. So the corners, I can just see that they're glued to 3. There's, for example, this one here is glued to 1 behind, 1 below, and 1 to the right. The ones in the middle are going to be glued to 6. The ones on the faces, they're going to actually be glued to 5 because this one, for example, is going to have 1 to the left, above, below, to the right, and behind. So they're the ones I'm going to ultimately be interested in. But it's these ones that are glued to 4. This is going to be an example because I've got one to the left, to the right, below, not above, and one behind, not to the front. So yeah, I need to basically count all of these ones, the ones along the edges, but not the corners. So I'm going to shade some of them in. Okay, and we see that it's basically the ones along the edges, except not the corners, like I said before. So we've got 12 edges in the cube. There's 4 around the top, there's 4 around the bottom, and then around the side there's another 4. So let's say the length of the cube, or the number of cubes along it, yeah, the length, I suppose, is n. Then this bit is going to be n minus 2. And there are n minus 2 cubes along every edge. There are 12 edges, so it's going to be 12 times n minus 2 is equal to 96. So that means I can work out the length of my cube. N minus 2 is going to be 8, and so n is going to be 10. This is a 10 by 10 by 10 cube. So how many are glued to exactly 5 other unit cubes? It's going to be like not, well, the faces, but not the ones around the edge or the corners. Basically, it's going to be 6 lots of n minus 2. Sorry, n minus 2 squared, actually, because I'm going to have 8 by 8, so 64. And then I've got 6 faces, so it's 6 times 64. 6 times 60 is 360. Add 24, we get 384 cubes.